Actress Denise Richards has appeared in more than 20 movies, playing everything from a Starship Trooper to a James Bond girl opposite Pierce Brosnan, and even a femme fatale in Wild Things. But at home, Denise finds herself battling daily with a different group of wild things.
I have Lucy. She's 6 years old. She's a Boston Terrier. And then there's Hank, who's a French Bulldog. And then Betty is our pug. She's bit a couple people coming to my house, and she's drawn blood once with someone, so that's a problem. All three of them could use some training, but she's the one that I worry about with people.
Betty also creates bedlam whenever the humans in the house sit down to a meal.
She's insane with food. If I leave food on the table, she'll jump on the table, and the other day she ate a whole tub of butter. We can't eat a meal without her sitting down next to us barking at us to give her food. And you see her size.
Hank tends to get aggressive with other dogs.
What are you barking at?
I've tried bringing, different puppies in, and he attacks them and is very territorial.
Hi.
Betty, I say, she's definitely the instigator and gets everyone going, and I want to learn how to get them to listen to me. And when Betty and Lucy get into a fight, I can't break them up. How do I get Betty to not bark? They don't listen at all.
With more than 40 canines living in his dog psychology center, Cesar Millan is well versed in the intricacies of pack behavior.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Over here, mister.
Basically, the dogs run the house.
Yeah.
They don't listen, and it was my fault. I treated them like kids. They're always on the furniture. They, go where they want to go and that kind of thing. So it's very chaotic.
Yes.
And I would just like to get them to listen.
Well, everything that you're mentioning have to do with territorial or dominance, right?
Right.
So the only way we can get rid of that is if we act dominant or territorial towards them. You wake up in the morning and what happened? I mean, you're a busy woman like myself, but so what do? You wake up and...
I wake up, get the kids up, and we go downstairs, and the dogs sleep in crates.
Okay.
And we let them out.
Okay.
And, they're pretty crazy, and they go out, and then
Yeah.
they eat their breakfast. But Betty, we have to feed outside,
Right.
the pug, because she's the first one to finish eating.
Yes.
And she'll stalk these two. She has a real problem with Lucy. If they get into horrible fights, and Betty won't back down.
Right.
And she's drawn blood a couple times on Lucy. She stalks her a lot.
Yeah, to remind her who's in control.
Who's in control.
Yes, yes.
Because I used to think that Lucy was top dog, but I think it's Betty, the pug.
So do they ever switch? Ever Betty went or Lucy went?
Lucy, I got Lucy first, and then Hank, and then Betty. So Lucy was for a while, and then Betty, she's the one that's really aggressive. She's the one I worry the least with the kids, and I thought I was going to have to worry about her the most. The kids can scratch her, tear on her, anything, and she would never be aggressive towards them. I have a dog walker Monday through Friday. When she comes, it's pure chaos, getting them all leashed up.
So even the dog walker can't have control of it?
No,
If they can't?
no.
Does
She
that
can get them leashed up,
Right.
and they're fine once they're on their walk,
Right.
but it's getting them ready for
The
it.
beginning of
Yeah.
it. Do they misbehave worse when you're around, or they're the
worse
same?
when I'm around, because workers will say when I'm not there, they're fine.
Okay.
Betty especially. They'll say, oh, once you got home, she's now starting to bark at me
That's very
and be a little aggressive.
The root of the problem was that she treated him like a baby, but even baby needs rules, boundaries, and limitations. I know they're little, but they understand. Is it hard for you to be firm?
I'm firm with her when she's going after people, because obviously I don't want them to get bit, but she doesn't listen to me.
Yeah, you're firm when they're already doing a bad thing.
Right.
Not before, right?
Right.
So a pack leader, doesn't discipline, once they do a bad thing. He disciplines before it happens. So it's like the prevention part of things versus just reacting when bad things are happening. So when they're in that state, it's hard for you to block. It's like a bulldozer.
Right.
My suggestion is to really ask your dogs to be more polite about things.
Right.
Yeah. So polite to me in my world. See how she put the ears back and the brain goes into a different state?
Right.
Right. I wasn't harsh when I was touching her. I was firm.
Right.
And a lot of people, they do what you do.
Right.
Even though the dog is doing a phase that is dominance, they give an affection because the dog is cute, the dog looks beautiful. So they just go into this superficial way of being,
Strong personality.
which they're not paying attention to the internal part of things. Is the breed. They're strong breeds. That's why it's so important to give them something to do, right? So you do give them something to do, which is a dog walker.
Right.
But they don't know you're paying for it, so they don't relate that. So you're not part of it.
Okay.
Right? So if you can't walk the dog, at least you have to practice some kind of discipline with them, which that's the part that I want to help you with. Like when I came into your house, I just walk in and ignore. But that's something that you have to practice every day. So where can we talk? It's like
walking in and ignoring them?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. That makes you a leader.
Really?
Yeah. The other one makes you a follower. Like
I can't get down and say, hi,
after
I'm home.
Well, they already know you're home by the time they hear the gate and all that stuff. They know who's coming. So if you walk in and ignore, the pack will sense a different energy. So you can't treat them as their name. You have to treat them as the pack. So you have to go back into a primal way of being versus dog lover way of being. They need a pack leader. The pack leader is the force of the pack.
Okay.
Without the pack leader, they're nobody. They're lost. It doesn't matter what you did in the past, even if you did everything wrong with them, you can always start fresh.
So even at their age, they're trainable.
You're not dealing with human. Any animal has the capability to move on faster than human. So that's the good news. The bad news is you have a lot of work to do.
When I got Betty, Hank attacked her every single day and every time she would eat. He's just really aggressive with
so
the dogs.
we have to be focused on him more than the rest.
Yeah.
Cesar believes that to fix any problem within a pack, you first need to zero in on the pack member that's creating the issue.
Once you live with a pack of dogs, you know what triggers the dog. What you need to learn is not to address everybody, just to address the stronger source. That is the key to control a pack. You don't talk to all of them. You talk to the pack leader.
To help Cesar assess the severity of Denise's situation, he brings in Sunny, a golden retriever, and normally one of the calm, submissive members of his pack.
Hank, Sonny's here.
Yeah.
Hank, look who's here. Sonny's here.
Now, it's important that the new dog shows the highest level of respect to the pack.
And is Sonny a girl or a boy?
It's a boy.
A boy.
So the girls already agree with him, as you see. But see, it's important that the new dog, there he goes. Look how he's coming. Shh. I should. Shh. Lock. Shh. Now, the reason why I'm blocking him is because the way he's approaching, he came in a charging mode. There we go. This is better.
Even though his hair is standing up?
He's unsure. He's ready to strike. Hold on. Hey. Hey. He's ready to strike, so it's typical. I wanted to see how Sonny behaved without the leash. I should. Hey, Sonny.
Uh-oh. See, this is going to go bad quickly.
So the girls went after him.
You want me to grab one of them?
No, that's fine. Sonny, relax. Relax. Hey. So Sonny created an attack mode because he became excited. And my other hand, I kept Hank because Hank was in a tense, dominant state. And tension and dominance equals a fight. Relax. He was ready to strike. He was right next to Sonny, ready for him to make a move. So he sent the signal to the rest of them,
Okay.
what are we gonna do to this dog?
Okay.
So when this dog moved, the girls were ready. See, they don't say, look, I'm gonna attack him, okay? They're not, it's
Right.
all silence. So a lot of people don't see this. They see the aftermath. They see the, this is what they see. Let me just put a leash on this guy. One of the things that I needed for Denise to observe is the becoming panic or frantic about controlling situation is not the key. So if you become, you know, chaotic about what is happening, you're not gonna stop the problem.
Okay.
So we went after who was creating the problem, and it was Sonny. See, because we're controlling his energy, they're stopping. That's how the ripple effect worked, because I control the source. This is actually an activity for them. It's a psychological activity, you know, where the human is making things happen just because he wants to. Right? So I'm bringing a dog home. Why? Because I want to. Simple as that. So that makes you the dominant one, right? When you when you do things your way, you dominated the situation.
Okay.
See, this is normal. This is ideal. She was attacking him earlier, and now she's smelling him. They don't keep anything like, oh, I attacked you now. Yeah, they don't hold a grudge. Yeah, they don't. Hey.
Since Betty tries to bite people when they leave, Cesar and several crew members help put Betty and Denise to the test.
All right, I'm gonna walk back, and I wanna see you addressing yourself to her. There you go, right there.
Hey.
Nice. Now one thing you can do is you can grab here and sit the butt. Right? So that is another option you have.
Okay.
Which it only accelerates or creates a higher level of surrendering. Like the emperor, remember how everybody goes like that? Well, that's just showing how powerful the emperor is and how submissive the people were.
Okay.
Well, in the dog world, when they come to pack leader, they do that to him or to her. They never say, good girl.
Really?
Okay, in the dog training world, they use good girl for everything.
Everything in treats.
Yes, but that's not dog psychology. That's human psychology.
Okay.
Applied on a dog. How's it feel?
It feels good. This is a lot of information. I'm glad we're taping it.
Just 1 hour earlier, Denise had no control over the rowdy behavior of her 3 dogs.
That's right. That.
Because she's stalking her,
exactly,
but she's not barking yet.
There you go. That is dog psychology.
Okay.
Okay, Rojo. Oh, can you do it again? Something about Rojo and her.
He looks like our pool guy.
There you go, go. You got it.
With the nipping issue seemingly under control, Cesar wants to work on Betty's food issues.
Well, do you have like maybe a piece of cheese? There we go.
Okay.
That's right. So as you saw, I moved towards her and claim my place again. So the conversation that I'm having in my mind is, this is my piece of cheese, I'm just demanding a behavior, which it makes it very clear for them.
Next, it's Denise's turn to show some leadership.
All right.
Good, 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 that was good. What's that? She's sitting for the food.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's earning it.
No. See, that what she did right now was more like, okay, if I sit, you give me food.
Right.
Yeah.
So then
it's
how do I...
It's a different exercise from what I did, the exercise that I throw the food and she didn't move forward. So you're having a conversation and like she's not looking, then you throw it. That's different, see it?
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't sit for you.
That's right. She didn't
Okay.
sit. She just stay away from the food. So that's training. This is dog psychology.
Okay.
Grab the food and just pretend like you're cooking or something, and then you throw it. That's right. Nice lay down. That's respect.
What she's doing right now.
What she's doing right now. See it? She's not fixated on it. She's not expecting anything. She's in a respectful state of mind. So learn to see that mind.
Okay.
Let's do some Weight Watchers. You have to press.
Very good. Oh, look at Hank on the treadmill. I can't believe it. I am so impressed. They don't even know him. And he was right away able to take charge and have them listen to him.
Even though we're dealing with an actress, I didn't ask her to act. I asked her to be. Good. Because it was not about acting. It was really about being somebody, being that energy that your dogs need you to be. Nicely done.
I'm so excited, and I learned a lot from our session. I'm so affectionate with them and very loving, and, you know, just shifting my thinking is going to be a bit tricky for me. It's very chaotic in my house, so it'll be nice to have some control over them.
Thank you so much. So if you use what you learned today, you're going to see a whole different reaction because you saw it today.
Okay, yeah.
Nice, right here. You have a pack.